it's Tressa. Welcome back to my channel. Well, I'm back today. I'm so excited. Hopefully I'm getting my mojo back. I'm feeling a little bit better. Today I'm going to make another Instant Pot recipe. It's kind of a fall recipe, but I had some frozen chuck roast that I had cut up in the freezer that I need to use. And of course, it wasn't quite, I'm going to make a beef. It's not really a beef vegetable soup. It's really like a beef corn soup, but it's my favorite soup. But I've never made it in the Instant Pot. It's almost going to be like a dump and go recipe. Because it's kind of how I do it on the stove as well. I've just never done it in the pressure cooker, but it should be fairly easy, and it's going to be so good. It's got a little tomato in it and a lot of beef flavor and just a tiny bit of sweetness, and I like to eat it with saltine crackers. Some people like to use rolls or whatever. But anyway, I just thought I'd bring you along to do another Instant Pot recipe. Y'all seem to like those, and it's hot here. It's not as hot today. The humidity's not as bad, but it's still pretty hot to cook. Anyway, this is going to be so good, and then I'm not going to put like potatoes in it because I might freeze some of it. It's a good freezer meal to have for the fall. Anyway, it's so delicious, and I hope you enjoyed the video and the recipe. So let's get cooking. I have two Instant Pots, but I've been using my old one lately. But if I make rice or pasta, I like to use the old one. But if I make anything else, I can use the new one. But it's in the other room. But anyway, this part of this was in the freezer, and part of it I found on sale today. And I put some seasoning on it, which I really don't usually ever do that because it's gonna come off anyway. And I'm gonna use beef stock to cook it in. You can use water, beef bouillon. I like a good beefy flavor, kind of like a balance of salty and sweet. So I'm gonna put the meat in first so I don't splash. Yeah, some of this was frozen, some of it was fresh, and I cut it up. A lot of people brown their meat before they make a soup, but I don't. And this is like the only recipe I don't do that with. This is gonna be more than I wanted to make. I want to make a little pot of soup, but I don't think I can. So I'm just gonna pour this. And this is all salt beef stock. I put a little seasoning on my meat and then I rubbed it around. I probably didn't get it everywhere anyway. It's basically, it's so simple. And it's easy to cook on the stove as well. I'm gonna get me a spoon out. I try to be really prepared today, but I've been kind of running all over the place. You can use any vegetables you like in this soup. You could add, there's possibilities are endless. I'm kind of picky. I'm gonna add just a little bit of this for extra beef flavor, not much because my beef stock is salted already. And I don't usually add this, but I think I'm gonna add it today. And I'm gonna get my finger dirty. Because the vegetables I'm adding are not salted or anything, so it's gonna be okay. This is half of a yellow onion and a jalapeno and 2 stalks of celery. You could cook your meat first. That's what I was gonna do. And I thought, well, I don't mind if my vegetables are just, disintegrated in the soup. It doesn't bother me one bit. And plus it's gonna add more flavor to the stock if you put it in now. But you could do it either way you want. And this is a part of that was a sweet onion. This is a regular onion, I'm sorry. So, a lot of times if you watch my videos, I use red and yellow together. But today I'm just using, and I'm gonna use 1 carrot. I like the sweetness that it adds. And I like fresh garlic. You could use garlic powder. I don't know, I'm not gonna use all of it because I've been having bad luck with garlic lately. I have to cut a lot of the pieces off the cloves. Okay, I'm also gonna add, now the only thing, this is my favorite thing, you could put frozen, but my secret ingredient in this soup is the juice from this can. And I always buy the one that says, I don't have my glasses on, golden sweet. If you don't like the sweet taste, you can not put it. I used to make this soup and I would call it beef vegetable soup, but it's really not. It's beef, mostly just beef and corn soup. It's gonna take a while for this to come up to pressure. And I'm gonna add, I really wanted 5 roasted tomatoes, but I couldn't find them at the store I went to. So I'm gonna use these diced roasted garlic tomatoes, and there shouldn't be any peeling on them. And I'm only going to use 1 can. You can put as much tomato as you want, or 9. And usually I wait till the end to add. Sometimes I add a little bit of tomato sauce to give it more body. And that's all I'm going to put in there. I'm going to put a little bit of black pepper, though. I didn't put that. On the meat, I just put some garlic powder, onion powder, and a tiny bit of Cajun seasoning. You can always season at the end, too. I'm not going to put any salt, but I'm going to add a little onion powder, just the basics, and a little garlic powder. Granulated. This is actually granulated garlic. I heard it's better. I couldn't tell the difference. In my video I made yesterday, the jambalaya was so good. It's even better today. The leftovers were even better. It was so delicious. All right, that's all I'm gonna put in here. Like I said, you can put whatever you want, whatever vegetables you want. Now the secret is, and you can make it as thick as you want, as thin as you want. Put it on sealing. I'm going to do this. I'm gonna press the meat button on. I'm going to use high pressure, and I'm going to do this for, I think I'm going to do it for 35 minutes because I want the meat really tender. So I will see you in, well, it's going to take a little while to come to pressure, but I'll see you soon. It only came out, it's actually on naturally for 7 minutes. I was busy doing other things. I want to make some cookies tonight because, like I said in my video yesterday, I haven't been baking anything homemade lately. So I'm gonna let the pressure out, and it took a little while for it to come to pressure. If you wanted to do your meat first and the liquid, it takes a little less time. But if you wanted to just dump it all in, it depends on how big, depends on how much you fill it. That's how long it takes. But it takes a little while. But I think I think the pressure cooker is really good at making flavors come together quickly with all the. Anyway, I'm gonna have to put I usually put some tomato sauce in it. And since it's so much, I have a big can and a little can. But I'm gonna see what it looks like first. So I'll be right back. It looks like, let me try to get you a close up. It's very liquidy. You can leave it like this. First you want to check the meat. You know what I forgot to add? I'm gonna do that right now. I forgot to add a little thyme. I've come to really like a little thyme in my soups and stuff. A lot of things, actually. I don't like it a lot, though, just a little bit. So I'm definitely gonna put some tomato sauce. I think I might have to put the big can first. And I don't have, I guess, I don't really know what my favorite tomato sauce is. I usually grab Hunt's for some things, and other brands for other kinds of tomatoes. But whatever is available really is what I get, especially lately. I'm gonna put it on simmer or saute. I'm sorry, saute. I like a lot of corn though. I'm kind of addicted to the corn. And I wanted to make a small pot, but it's not a small pot. But I'm gonna freeze a lot of it. Let's see what it looks like now. And I think I'm gonna need, and now it's probably perfectly fine like this. I'm gonna add the little can too. I'm gonna overflow the pot. But the beef should be very tender. And it might need a little salt. I was trying to think, how do you make a, I'm not very good at making pretty pictures. Like, how do you make a pretty picture of soup? Especially simple soup like this. This is simple soup. It's got a lot of flavor. That should be good. And then let's take a piece of meat. Oh yeah, look, it just fell apart. Okay. So let me get a little taste of it and see if we need to add any seasonings. It's pretty hot. You could add, there's room for more vegetables if you want. It made a lot of liquid. A little probably more, it depends on how thick I want it. Sometimes I like a lot of vegetables, sometimes I don't. Oh, I missed that taste. It's good. It needs a little salt. It's kind of spicy. I put just a little bit Cajun seasoning in there, but I'm kind of addicted to salt lately. Plus, this is a big pot, so you need a lot of salt. And hold on, I'll be right back because I think I have another idea. Tomato, I want a little bit more beef flavor, so I'm going to add just a little bit of this. Oh goodness, I think I got the wrong spoon. I'm going to add about, you know, it's according to your taste, really. Because I like it, there's just a balance between the sweet and salty that I like, and I just keep adding until I get the flavor, the exact flavor that I'm looking for. And it shouldn't take long to dissolve. But that's, yeah, that looks good. And I forgot to mention, I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, when I found that other roast on sale to add to the frozen, because for some reason when I eat a soup, I just like when I eat this kind of soup, I just like a lot of beef in it. I feel like it's more satisfying. That you could totally skip the meat, so I'm going to dissolve this, and then we'll give it another taste. The pot is already so full. I really don't want to add. I got the beef flavor. I want the saltiness, the tomato with the spiciness. I need just a tiny bit more sweetness, and if I wanted, or if I had room, I'd probably put more corn, but I don't want to add to this. So what I'm going to do is add just a pinch of sugar, and I do this in a lot of recipes with tomato sauce. Actually, probably most of them. I'm not going to put too much. This is a big pot though. I don't put all that. It's too sweet. Just add more salt. Just keep balancing it. I wanted this video to be short and sweet, but I also want you to know where I'm coming from about the flavor that I'm trying to achieve, because it's really good. And now I'm just gonna put some green onions that I chopped, just a few. It's mostly for the picture. I don't have any fresh parsley. So I turned the Instant Pot off. You could thicken this if you wanted to. Anyway, there's so many things you could do, but I'm gonna let it cool off just a little bit. Mix my cookie dough up real quick, and then we'll do a taste test. Okay, here's the finished product. It's very good. It really needed that little pinch of sugar, and the meat is just like, you can cut it with a spoon. Very tender. Oh, this was a chuck roast. I think I said that. I have the best luck with the chuck roast, but it's very hot, so I'm just gonna take just a little taste. I love to eat this with saltine crackers. It's my favorite. It's so good. It's so easy. I kind of wanted to try a dump and go recipe, but I didn't want to add my tomato sauce till the end. So hope you enjoyed the video. I try to make a short one, but it's impossible for me because I talk too much. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'm glad to be back, and I appreciate all your views and subscriptions and kind comments, and I hope to see you soon. And thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.